Hey everyone, this week I had to ask myself a question. Do I surrender all? Many years ago, decades now, I surrendered my life to the Lord. But it's not just a one-time thing. It's a day-by-day, a moment-by-moment thing to surrender things to God. First Peter 5:7 says, "Cast all your cares upon him, for he cares for you." And that word cast in the Greek means to throw upon, to throw these things to him, like a fisherman would throw out a bait. But we're not supposed to be reeling it back. We're supposed to let God have it over and over again. This week is the week of Christmas, and Merry Christmas, by the way. But it can be a very difficult time for a lot of people, me being one of those. Sometimes we don't have people in our lives that we've always had with us, and it can be very difficult. Some days you may not even feel like getting up out of bed, or as soon as you get up, you just want to go back to bed and just forget about everything. But let me tell you, when we surrender things to God, He takes those and He starts working on the problems, working on the circumstances, working on our hearts. Let me tell you, in Luke 9:23, it says this: "If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily." So that's back to the daily thing. Paul also said in Corinthians that I die daily. It's not mean, it doesn't mean that I'm like dying physically, but spiritually, I'm surrendering to God. I'm surrendering and saying, it's yours. It's, I was thinking this morning about someone in the military. They don't lose who they are, but they surrender voluntarily to the command of their leader, to the orders of their leader. And that's what we need to do as well. But we surrender these things to God. We surrender our words and our thoughts and our actions, our deeds, even our desires. We give them over to Him. And when we have a problem doing that, we ask Him to help us to surrender these things. Oh, surrendering God is not giving up. It's not sitting back and being lazy. Surrendering is giving God control of my life, giving God control of the things that concern me. It's not that I don't think for myself or but I allow my thoughts to conform to God's word. Surrender is not for cowards, people. It makes you stronger when you surrender to the one who is in complete authority of your life. God sees all. He knows all. He is all powerful. Why would we not want to surrender to Him? He always wants our best. He always wants to spend time with us. He always wants to answer when we call. It may not be in our timing, and we don't always have to be in charge either. Psalm 37:7, the first part says, "Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for Him." And then in Romans 6:13, we're told to yield yourselves unto God. And I want to end with Romans 12:1-2. It says, "I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind," I need that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. It is our reasonable sacrifice to surrender ourselves to God, to our Creator, who knows everything, who sees everything, and can fix everything, and can bring you peace amidst all of the stuff that goes on. He can bring you hope when you feel hopeless. He can bring you joy when you feel like you have no joy. Surrender your circumstances to Him. Surrender. I know I need to do that on a daily basis. I can't always change my circumstances, but I know the one who can work behind the scenes on the circumstances for me. So you have a good week, and Merry Christmas to you.